So guys, Moon here. Today we're gonna be taking a look at the Abarth 500 Assetto course. As you can see, it's painted white, has some nice OZ rims, big spoiler in the back. It makes 200 horsepower and 221 foot-pounds of torque, or 300 Newton meters of torque, from a 1.4 litre turbocharged 4-cylinder, which is very impressive if I do say so myself. So guys, for this test today we'll be driving the car on Monza. Good old Monza. Classic Italian track to match a classic Italian car. Well, not that this car is classic, but I mean 2008 is a good while down. You really forget how old this car is because of how long it was sold. I know up to like 2012 it was sold, so honestly this car has quite the timeless look, if I do say so myself. I think this car still looks great even today. Definitely doesn't look like a 2008 car in my opinion. So some fun facts here guys. The Assetto Corse edition of the Abarth was actually built in homage to the 1960s Abarth 595, which is a classic Fiat 500 racing car, which I'll put a picture of up right now. And so to celebrate that, Abarth took some 2008 Fiat 500s and tuned them up to be little track weapons. I'm not sure, I don't believe the car is road legal, but I'm not 100% sure. And they only made 49 units of this car, which this car seems to be unit number 0 if you look on the dash right there, which is okay. I thought they would start from unit 1, but okay, you have unit 0, you know. We have our funky little boost gauge in the corner there. Overall the interior is really nice. Everything is in your face. The boost gauge has a nice shift indicator inside it, making sure you don't hit the red line and bounce off the limiter. Everything is easily accessible. The car has AC switches and that sort of stuff, but it definitely does not have AC because it's a racing car, you know, so like it don't even have any vents. Where would the AC come out from? It have one vent over there, but the main vent in the center blocked off, so I don't see the point of having the switches. Start gradually picking up my pace now. So like I said in the intro guys, this car makes 200 horsepower. Although I see conflicting reports with it being 195 to 200, but I don't think that's that big enough. That's within margin of error. So, and 300 Newton meters of torque. And the car only weighs 930 kilograms, which is about 2,050 pounds. Not a bad combination for a little truck monster. This car is definitely built to be agile around the tracks. It wouldn't be very much fun to drive on a track with long straightaways like, let's say, Circuit de la Sarthe, but I think on something like Monza or Bathurst, even the Nürburgring, this car is very a great deal of fun to drive. You can see as we get sideways there, around the chicane. Yeah, especially having it be on slicks. Those 49 people are very lucky to be able to drive this car. I'm not sure if it raced in any official events, but it definitely was eligible. So Abarth themselves never used one to race. So if it was racing, most of it would be private cars. But I would love to have the opportunity to drive one of these in real life. Just throw it around all over the place. I would probably crush it though. But hey, at least I'd be safe with this nice welding road gate, right? Wouldn't die. Also, I must say this steering is sick with the scorpion logo in the center for the horn cap. That is sick. Coming around the last corner on Monza, we have some understeer. Overall, for our first impression, the car is really good. Extremely stable and responsive, which you'd expect from such a light car. And while it gets kind of sluggish in the top end, it has enough low down power to pull it out of the corners effectively. And also it does not understay much under power. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it does understay a little bit under power. But I would more blame that on my driving rather than the car. Because overall the car doesn't understand spin cars on the power much, which is pretty impressive from a front wheel drive turbo car. Usually front wheel cars when they turbo, they just spin cars more than you could count. Certainties in life that taxes a turbo front wheel drive car spinning its tires. Well, I guess this car breaks that certainty because so far no wheel spin under power other than in the very slow hairpin corners. Not bad I would say. Too much there, and the slide definitely took away some speed from it. Not good. One thing I did see when doing my research is that the original coolant system for the car is pretty restrictive, which is clearly reflected in the game because if you look at the dash, you can see the temperature is overheating. There's a temperature warning light on the dash right now. So I have to assume the car was not built with endurance racing in mind, but even then, if this game reflects accurately to real life, this car overheats really quickly under racing stress. So I guess Abarth slacked off there. Brake on the undrive, shift down to the second. That was a nice hairpin, double hairpin if I do say so myself, pretty nice. Yeah, the car sure is running hot. You would not be able to go more than 2 laps of this car before it starts overheating. And well, whether that leads to fatal engine damage or not is something I am unsure. I don't have damage turned on because I actually like to enjoy my Assetto corse time and not be miserable the whole time. Have you guys ever played Assetto corse online? Oh, it is miserable sometimes. I swear in every race I do, I get punted off the track on the first corner. I can start at the front, I can start at the back, I can start at the middle. No matter what, I get punted off. Broke too late there. That was just that was on purpose for sure. Just wanted to show off the rallying prowess of the Abarth 500. while Abarth may not have made the car too rally, clearly it handles the dirt very well. Has Abarth ever rallied before? You guys gonna have to tell me in the comments, because I'm honestly not sure. I know Fiat is part of Lancia. Well, Lancia went rallying, but has Abarth ever sent like a classic Abarth 500 to rally? Back in the days when literally everything was rallying, from Beetles to Minis to Ford Escorts. Shifting a little bit earlier there, because even though you get some wheel spin, the car hooks back up really quick from the hairpins. Another thing too is, well, this could probably be attributed to Monza not being a very bumpy track. The car doesn't shake violently or anything, it's actually quite smooth, I must say. Well, obviously once they hit the sausage curve, it bounces up in the air, but that goes to any racing car really, not just this one. Yeah, the car really doesn't shake violently or anything. It's actually quite smooth, I would say. Handles bumps really well. But we'll have to go to another track to test how it takes the bumps. Rear tires are still cool, which is as to be expected for a front-wheel drive car. Oh, that was nice. That was a very nice series of corners, if I do say so. But I mean, yeah, overall this car is actually really nice to drive. Really fun to drive too. Something it's comparable to, I would say, is maybe like a stripped out Civic Type R EK9, because they are relatively same horsepower markers, so, and I mean relatively same weight. Only difference is the EK9 is NA while this is turbo. Those hood scoops look cool. It has a spoiler on the back to keep the back of the car down, but I think that's enough on Monza. Let's go on to a real bumpy track to test and see how this car handles the bumps. Okay, so we're here at Gunsai now, Gunma Cycle stage. Some of you guys might know this track from Hot Version. This is where Keiichi Tsuchiya and the other guys, Max Orido and all of them, used to bring their, well, not bring their cars, but people would bring cars here and they would test them and try to see which car would go around the fastest, and the fastest car would be called the Demon King. So we're gonna kind of have our own little version of that as we go through the car list in Assetto Corsa. We'll bring all of them to Gunsai, do a total of, let's say, 3 laps, take the average time, and try to see which car is the fastest, you know. It'll probably result in many crashes, which I would say, you know, is par for the course. It would just mean I'm only as good as Max Orido and not Keiichi Tsuchiya, you know. Have you guys ever seen when Max Orido crashed the Seeker Civic? Oh, that's so funny. Oh, I feel bad saying that, but like just seeing him continue to press the brakes despite getting no brakes. Glad he was okay. I'm actually quite a big fan of the Seeker Civic. I wanted to build an EG like that myself, but EG Civics are hard to come by in my country, so, well, EG hatches, there are plenty EG sedans, or EF, however you want to call it. Yeah. This first lap is just a cruising lap around Gunsai, get people, get accustomed. Oh wow, this car did not take those bumps good. I cannot see coming through there at high speeds going well. Yeah, I guess we'll see next lap. This is just here getting accustomed to the track, warming up. Which version of the Civic do you guys prefer, EG or EK? Honestly, I like the EG hatchback more, but if we're talking the four-door sedans or the coupes, I'd have to say EK. Something about the EK hatchback just, I mean, it's good looking, but not as good as the EG sedan, EG hatchback, you know what I mean? But let me know what you guys think. You prefer the EG hatchback or the EK hatchback? Or if you have an entirely different preference in Civics altogether, you know, I don't know, maybe you might prefer the FD style Civics, FD2. Sorry, I only know the Type R codes and not no other codes. You prefer FN2? Actually, who prefers the FN2? That's I'm sorry, all FN2 fans, I'm sorry. But the car just looks like an egg. Not personally my style, but I can see why somebody would like it. My favorite generation of the Civic though is probably very basic, but probably the EK. Although the FD2 is a close second. Oh, the FD2 is tied with the EP3. I just love that center shifter on the EP3. That was always so cool to me. I guess it's just the novelty, but I never saw any other car with a center shifter, so anyway, we're gonna start pushing the Abarth now. First lap, here we go. Hopefully no crashing. Car is already overheating. Okay, the car did not seem to like those bumps very much. Good braking, keep the car stable. Down the long straight. Brake where there's that little box thingy. No idea what it actually is. Back of the car gets really loose. Well, yeah, that front wheel drive car, that makes sense. Braking while cornering, the back of the car gets really loose. I think I'll adjust the spoiler a little for that. Oh wow. Oh wow, you definitely do feel the bumps in this car. You can see the racing suspension stiffness there. Okay, so I guess really I was at more of a testament to Monza's roadwork rather than the suspension in this car. I have to give it to the oh my goodness. Oh wow. You definitely feel every bump there. This part of Gunsai is really scary going at high speeds, I cannot lie. You're like at the very edge of control no matter what car you drive. Definitely started to see more of the flaws in the car. Yeah, anyway, back to what I was saying earlier. You guys know what those little shine things on the side of Gunsai are? If you do, let me know in the comments, you know? Oh. Okay, so first lap impressions. You definitely do feel the bumps on Gunsai. The suspension is definitely stiff, you can tell that much. Also the rear of the car kicks out a lot under braking. Oh! That was certainly a spectacular crash. We would definitely survive, but the car would not be drivable if this was real life. So thank God this is Assetto Corse, and this is why I don't drive like this in real life. I quite like being alive. Yeah, as I was saying, the back of the car really likes to kick out on the braking, which you saw. Okay. 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 Okay, so I don't think this lap will be the fastest lap. If you couldn't already tell, you know, flipping isn't exactly conducive to speed. Big shocker, I know. But just to get more experience with the car, I'll continue racing. I'll probably cut out your first lap. Okay, so you guys join me back at the end of lap 2 here, going on to lap 3. Not much else happened. I took it easy after the near-death experience we had early in the lap, you know. But here we go for lap 3. Hopefully we could do better this time. Okay, we already started pretty bad with that late entry, late braking, over speed. So left foot braking on the straight to maintain stability. Oh my god. You see the racing suspension shine as the car hits a bump coming back onto the road. Okay, understand. Did I say we take the average of all 3 times before earlier? I think we will take the best. This car really does not put well. Then again, this is on hard. Maybe if I put it on softs, it would do better. But, you know, I'm trying to drive every car as stock as they come. Whatever Assetto Corse thinks the best setup is. Oh wow, bumpy. Hey, on the bright side, it could really get flat out, but wouldn't really recommend it. But you could do it. You definitely would not be able to drive the way I drive here in real life. Maybe if you're really brave, you can do it, but I feel like you should drive with a little bit of a, you know, margin for safety in real life. I don't need to worry about dying in Assetto Corse, so I just balls to the wall, you know? That's my driving. I wouldn't blame the car for that. I was definitely my driving. And across the line, let's just finish this now. I love this little back section of Gunsai in rear-wheel drive because you can get some really nice drifts going. Well, we saw what went on with this car. The car didn't like the back section here, but I like it, you know. Please do ignore that. That was totally intentional. I just wanted to see how well the car works as a woodcutter. Yeah? And the Needless to say, does not work very well. Where is my pits? Where is my pit spot? Okay, I was looking the pits. Okay, so let's check the time. So the best time we got was the second lap, 2:31.228. Oh no, that would be the first lap I pushed hard, right? So I'm gonna say the second lap is the lap I flipped. Okay, so, well, by virtue of being the first car we test on Gunsai, the Abarth 500 Assetto course takes first place on the leaderboard. Okay, so that'll be all for today, guys. Please remember, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, share, and yeah, that's it for me today, guys. Have a good day.